Good afternoon, beloveds. I'm doing a quick energy check-in. This is I'm going to say this is like part 2 to what I recently posted about a masculine, a main male. Okay, this is current energy right now for some things that just got exposed like continually over and over again. It never fails. Okay, so there is a main male who knows it's a deadline. They're running out of time. Okay, time is done. Time is already done. Okay, for this love bombing, a divine feminine slash masculine. Okay, and they try to sugarcoat a situation when it comes to this divine feminine, when it comes to them love bombing with empty compliments, right? Hidden agendas, okay, with deceptive words, lies, and deceit in order to gain a status upgrade. Okay? Yeah. This was divine intervention. Okay, when it comes to these sneaky links of him, this main male that's been caught cheating. Okay. Red lipstick stains over here. Okay, the beans been spilled, the gossip been spilled, the tea is out. Okay, about this. Looks like this divine feminine slash masculine is unbothered regardless. Unbothered by it, right? They're unbothered by this love bombing here. Okay, and this is keeping this masculine in the blues, heavy emotions. Okay, when it comes to their new boo that they gave a contract to. Okay, they were supposed to be in it. They were supposed to ride or die with this, dedicated to this. This new boo that was a frenemy of this divine being. Okay, yeah, it's involved with this key player. Yeah. So it looks like they don't want to cuff anybody at this time. There's no cuff season. Okay. Yeah. Not for when it comes to a rebounds in this group that they linked up with. These could be close friends. Okay, because this masculine, this main male could have got a reading done. Okay. They did some research and gained some insight over here about them being hot and cold. Today is significant, recent current energy. They could have put up boundaries right now. Okay. Confused because they don't know where they stand now. So they could be on the verge of self-medicating, okay, facing heavy addictions, irritated, irritational behavior, right? Because they ignore the signs. Yeah, they ignore the signs when it comes to these sex fetishes that they have, okay? Exploring with everyone, okay? Being really extra behind the scenes. They indulge in too much. This is why this is divine timing right now. They want to spin the block right now. They could have spoke up about this, about these people that catfish this masculine, this main male, and they're laughing at them. They're overjoyed. Yeah, because they got themselves, this main male got themselves in toxic situations, toxic love. So they're laughing at this masculine because the contract that they had with this divine feminine slash masculine is cut. Okay, so it looks like there will be no reunion because the tea was spilled. Okay, how they didn't let go of third party situations here. Okay, this person could be fed up, frustrated, over it because they have chemistry with this divine being and because their status upgrade here, their social recognition. Okay, this divine being could have a platform. Like I said, that's speaking a lot of truth right now and exposing a lot. And looks like their career is going nowhere because it's ordained by the Most High God. And this masculine feels like this divine feminine slash masculine is unbreakable. Okay, this is a wake up call to them. Okay, when it comes to their side hustles. All right, ignoring the red flags with this group of people here, holding off a poker face here, wearing many masks. Okay, because they didn't know what was real or fake in this situation. They have commitment issues. okay? Because they didn't want to lose their freedom. They was too busy and too comfortable with being a player, right? A dirty, nasty one on top of that. These are lessons learned, okay? Because someone has spoke up about this. Yeah. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can keep this in forever. It is time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. All right. So this could be this divine feminine that has spoke up about this. Like I said, they could have a platform. They could be speaking up on some things right now. Some truth. Okay. Which is could be leading this main male to speak up as well. Okay. Yeah. Because they're in heavy distress right now. They could be asking for help, needing assistance, ASAP, urgency. Okay. Because they got themselves in a karmic situation. And they know that they're not going to be having an official status with this divine feminine / masculine. There's no official status, okay? Because evidence been found and they are guilty as charged. Everything been exposed, so they're facing consequences under heavy judgment. This is a Tower moment. This main male could be someone from the past life of this divine being. Okay, so now that everything has backfired, they could be penny pinching right now, going through financial struggles, trying to budget because of the mistakes that they made with these sneaky links. Okay, they're facing heavy legal matters with everybody else. Okay, for laundering dirty money over here. Yeah, with a rebound. Okay, someone could be sad because someone could be letting situations go. They're heartbroken. Okay. So this main male could have put many people in the friend zone or not in a friend zone at all. They could have really cut ties with everybody because they're under judgment, right? Because at the end of the day, they didn't get what they wanted. Okay? They did all this for nothing. Because this divine feminine / masculine is unbreakable and their career is going nowhere. And they're going to continue to do them no matter what because something's ordained. Like it's ordained for them to have a new beginning. And it's not with this masculine, this main male. Because this divine feminine has put this main male not even in the friend zone, but in no zone. Okay. That's too bad. Because this main male feels like this divine feminine / masculine is a match. Okay. Yeah, they're very disappointed right now because of these broken promises. And many people are disappointed. All right. And laughing at them. And see, this is why when it comes to these sneaky links and all these rebounds, when it comes to this main male, they lured this masculine at the very last moment, right? To try and do their big one. When it comes to this main male, so they can help this main male and sacrifice this main male. See, this is the secret agenda. When they did something recently, when it comes to sex magic over here, sex rituals for this divine feminine / masculine, on this divine feminine / masculine, so they can inherit it what's theirs and so they don't get in trouble for it. Okay. And this is why I mentioned in my post that these people involved with male fraud because they're trying to hide the male in this organization of a divine being when it comes to them going to court. Okay. So this recent activity has a lot to do with them trying to do their one big final attack. Okay, because someone is about to go to court. Someone's about to get served to go to court. Okay, it could be this divine being that they're aware of. So, excuse me, guys, I got to sneeze. Okay. Yeah, so they receive broken promises, okay? Because this divine being could have broke a cycle. Okay? Yeah. And it's what this main male is trying to do, but it's too late for being two-faced. Okay, it's bye, Felicia. Okay, peace out. Thank you. Next, moving on. For their extra behavior. There's too extra. Doing too much drama. Bringing up, creating too much drama behind the scenes. Okay, tiptoeing around, and they keep getting caught. This is their final time. This was their final attempt, and this is their final time of doing this. Okay, yeah. To make these money moves. There's none of it when it comes to this player here. All right, this main male that's stuck in a situationship that they don't want to be in. Okay. Because in this relationship, they was giving fake kindness. Okay, holding resentment. They was only using this main male. A group of people was using this main male for what they can do, what they can provide. So they was giving each other, you know, plastic smiles here. Okay, fake emotions here. They was played and they're laughing at this masculine. And this is why this main male feels lost for being a coward. Their back could be against the wall, really highly defensive right now, guarded to many people, because they probably don't want no conversations with these people here, with this group here that's been gaslighting this main male. This main male could have got somebody knocked up. Okay, it could be a third party situation. Could be, okay, now it could be their child's mother here that tried to mirror this divine being, but simply couldn't. Yeah, this side piece. This is hidden affairs. Because this main male was in it to win it, in it for the long haul. Okay, with honeymoon phases over here, with their sneaky links. Why they breadcrumb this divine being, this black sheep here. All right, who's been cleansing their detoxing from people, places, and things, purifying themselves. So this divine being could have did a spiritual cord cutting off a bunch of people, especially when it comes to this main male recently. All right, as this divine being is continued to self-care, okay, recharging and pampering themselves. This is shocking news to many, especially this main male, because this divine being is very aware of what's going on behind the scenes around them. Okay, and this main male got woke to this, okay, about this divine being that's recharging their energy, which is something they could be trying to do. Okay, trying to be in a single status now. Okay, because it's a divine being who's recharging, healing, cleansing, and purifying from this main male in their group. Okay, this is leading this main male wanting to take fast action. Okay, and speaking the truth with raw honesty here, not sugarcoating anything. They could be planning, okay, to confront this divine being here, to create peace and balance and happiness. It's too late for all that. Okay, it's someone that's created a safe space, okay, to heal, grow, and evolve. Right, so this main male could be doing that. All right, because they got caught and they had a light bulb moment, a realization, okay, about these energy vampires, these sneaky links. This is what's making them want to have a heart-to-heart conversation, but they didn't do their shadow work. Okay, they had a hidden agenda to try to give a false proposal to this divine being to sign to in this soul contract here. Someone could stutter heavy, okay? It could be this main male. Yeah. They had a secret agenda with everybody else to give a false proposal to this divine being, okay? Why they was spreading gossip and rumors about this divine being, okay? Up in people's DMs over here. Ignoring the red flags when it comes to this group. They didn't ascend, okay? They was too lustful. They had sex addiction over here. And this is the reason why this divine being has closed the door. The thing is that this divine being, feminine slash masculine, has closed the door a long time ago, but this main male keeps pulling and tugging on this divine being's energy through constant spells, okay, involving other people. So this divine being could have to clear their energy and do spiritual cord cutting stronger and stronger each and every time. But the Most High is putting a stop to this, okay? The archangels, the whole divine, they're making sure this is cut for good, okay? So real closure here. Okay, yeah, this person's being ghosted right now and could have ghosted many people because they're ghosted by this divine feminine slash masculine. So they left a lot of people that was around them that they ghosted as well. Okay. Yeah. So they could be self-reflecting right now. Heavy self-reflecting on these situations, about these temporarily relationships that they got themselves involved in. Okay. This current energy, this current energy, but this time, this season. Okay. They did a lot to try to secure a bag here, a bag that's not theirs. They try to hold a bag, lock it down, but they couldn't. Okay. Yeah. Because there's this divine being who could be in the CEO energy, a boss figure, taking control, a natural leader here, confident, okay? Their bag is secured, says the Most High, okay? But they had an obsession, this main male in their groups had an obsession, they had obsession with a sex addiction. Thank you, Spirit. They have a sex obsession over here, okay? And so they won't be getting a lucky break, okay? But this divine being is. They got their big break, okay? Major opportunities coming for a divine being. Life-changing moment here. And that's all I got to share with you guys. I just wanted to check in and give that energy check in real quick. And I'll catch you guys when I do. Much love, much respect.